Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Wednesday night's calendar.
And here are tonight's main stories.
Clubbing together, a dad whose son took his own life backs a campaign by Sheffield's football clubs encouraging men to talk about their mental health.
I think if you put the sort of heading mental health over the door, people won't go through it. But if it's got that football credibility, then men will go and feel comfortable.
Good evening. First tonight, to a father's continuing fight to fulfil his son's final plea for more support for men struggling with their mental health.
Former TV journalist Mike McCarthy's son Ross took his own life last year. In a final note to his family, he told them the support is not there.
Well, today, Mike joined forces with Sheffield's two football clubs, launching a new organisation appealing directly to fans to get more men to open up and talk. It's hoped it could help shape the government's 10-year plan for mental health. Here's Martin Fisher.
It's the business end of the season at Sheffield Wednesday as the club gets ready for the League One playoffs. But on the pitch today, a new club was launched. Talk Club wants to help men struggling with their mental health.
I think the football club badge is absolutely pivotal. That, it's an environment where many men feel comfortable. I think if you put the sort of heading mental health over the door, people won't go through it. But if it's got that football credibility, then men will go and feel comfortable.
Mike lost his son Ross to suicide last year. In his farewell letter, Ross said, "Please fight for mental health. The support is just not there."
I've spoken to hundreds, I've lost count, bereaved mums, dads, brothers, sisters, and they all tell me a similar story, that when it comes to the crisis end, when people are suicidal, what I describe as cancer of the mind, the help is just not there.
Mental health is impacted by so many different factors, from worries about work or school, our income, and so actually we can't address mental health by just looking at services alone. We need to look at mental health as a whole and all of the different ways that it impacts our lives.
Talk Club at Sheffield Wednesday follows one launched across the city at Sheffield United. Usually fierce rivals, the clubs joining forces to battle the mental health crisis.
There's a big need for it. We have a lot of males that get in touch with myself and Sheffield United Football Club, just wanting to come and open up and just sit and have a chat with other people that are feeling down, and they're just wanting that lift.
The club launches when Sheffield Wednesday play their home playoff semi-final next Monday.
This will be absolutely filled with chaps in here, and a significant percentage of those would benefit from this type of programme. If they recognise and realise what we could support them with, I'm sure they'll open the door and come on board with it.
We have this idea of being the strong, silent types and having to do everything by ourselves, but this is a community where, where you can talk, be listened to, and feel connected.
Ross, I'd like to think that Ross is sort of looking down and seeing these, two old rivals come together and maybe thinking, good on you, Dad.
Suicide is the biggest killer of men under 45 in the UK. The Steel Cities clubs joining forces to tackle the problem. Martin Fisher, ITV News.